like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Yeah, I need it now, told him on the lay. I've been moving, dog, yeah, I'm on the way. I don't hear the talk, don't care what they say. I don't got no patience, I can't ever wait. I've been trying to get it, running up all these digits. And I've been in the gym, I've been up doing minutes. I just put in that work, told them it's strictly business. And I see through the face, they all just burning bridges. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Yeah, they don't want it done like I want it, dog. Yeah, they say they want it, then they took the summer off. I've been going down the list, checking numbers off. I was checking on your numbers, told them something's off. I was at the bottom, now you know I'm climbing. Now they sending deals, they know I ain't signing. They been trying to sell it, they know I ain't buying. When they send a text, dog, I ain't replying. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell. Feel like John Morant, need a triple-double. Told him check the stats, yeah, I got a couple. I don't drive the ball, now I never fumble. I'm the MVP, now I feel like Russell.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call and quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. My heart on my sleeve, stress, shield my greed. That's how I get it, success ain't no giving. Some days I don't eat, I don't sleep. When I'm focused, I'm dangerous. They don't wonder when I'm anxious. Ain't no limit till I tank. I'm running on fumes. The opposition don't amaze. The roads racing through the pavement. Get your hands out of my bag. I know that's because I've been in it. I don't need to brag. I guess that's what happens when you taking care of your business. But some family, you do the math. I'm out of my pocket. Houston, we got a problem. I ain't perfect, let them watch me elevating. Got them nauseous, cause I'm the pilot in the cockpit. Nose diving in the house and whoo. Watch how I get ahead, watch how I get ahead, watch how I get ahead. Watch how I set it up, bet you I shut it down, watch how I get a win. I don't think they really wanna come against the winner, got a finger run up in on a grenade. I ain't never been there when you think you compare. I'm aligned with the winner about the cage. I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call and quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all it is. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out. You better move, you might get knocked out, knocked out.
Yeah, head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test, now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, I can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, so nobody's into me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switch Post up, whose man's high? Through it all, I stay the same. I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right. I swear that I'm working, I'm up till like midnight. It's real life. I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose, and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, man, we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sorry about that, guys. Forgot I had the camera off there for a second. But what is going on, Mafia? Welcome back. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in and spending your precious Friday time with your boy Frankie Candles and the rest of the Candle Mafia. And we got a lot to look at today as Bitcoin is testing and currently rejecting the key level of resistance we were looking at yesterday. As you guys know, we were looking at that value area low, golden pocket confluence for a potential pullback or a little bit of a rejection to the downside. Now, this is a very key level because if this does wind up being a bigger rejection, things could get pretty scary. But we are also having our eyes on some higher targets here as we have that 786 sitting closer to about $66,000. So I want to talk about that as well. We're going to be covering that. And I also briefly want to cover, guys, the possibility of seeing. We're going to look at the bullish case and the bearish case here because we are starting to see. I was talking to the premium Discord today earlier in the premium live stream, talking about how Bitcoin does the bullish case and the bearish case. They both do have some pretty decent evidence on both sides. So I want to cover both cases and then try to let you guys know which way I'm leaning. But I do want to cover the possibilities of potentially reaching 100K this year and how we could possibly or potentially see that play out because the TA is absolutely creepy when we look at it. I think you guys are really going to like that. So buckle up, Mafia. It's going to be a good one. Thank you all for tuning in. Smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get gives you guys some extra chances to win some free crypto on tonight's giveaways. We will be doing the giveaways tonight, guys. So smash that like button. And if you guys want to join in on the giveaway, Tony D, hopefully, actually, I think the link was up there. Tony D, if you could link that video that everybody needs to like and comment on to the top of the chat, we will link that and pin it to the top of the chat. Just click that video. Actually, I think it's right here. I got you, Tony. I will do it here. So it is pinned to the top of the chat. Click that video, leave a like and a comment. You'll automatically be entered in to win the giveaways. We're going to be giving away some Cardano, and I think we did hit our like goal this week. So maybe we'll give away. I got to ask Tony D, or Tyler Durden. When we get there, we'll let you guys. I'm sure you guys have it all tracked here. It's either going to be some extra XRP or maybe some Frankie Candles hats. But we will be doing it about at the end of the live stream tonight. So we'll take a look at Bitcoin, take a look at some of the alts, and then we'll get right into the giveaways. I said if you can't see the pinned comment, dismiss the poll. Shout out to Tony D. It actually wasn't pinned. I just pinned it, though. It is up there now. Or at least, it wasn't pinned before. But anyway, either way, guys, go ahead and click that link. Thank you for tuning in. We got Keith in the chat. Shout out to you, bro. Said also Golden matched your offer. Tony D will have all that information. So just tally up everything, Tony, when we get to the giveaways. Just let me know what we're doing. We got DJ in the chat. Said, hey, handsome. Oh, hey, shout out to DJ. DJ's hitting on Frankie Candles, baby. Don't make me blush. Shout out to DJ. Thank you for being here. We got Pub Chef Guy. What is going on, bro? Welcome in. Good to see you in here. We got Nick in the chat. 150K, too much for most. That's so bare. Shout out to Nick. We're going to, again, take a look at that $100,000 possibility. And we will also actually take a little bit of a look higher there as well. Not that I'm anticipating it right now, but if we do get a big move up, I want to talk about how we could potentially see that play out. Shout out to Mike. So Mike says, to the moon. Shout out to Mike. Thank you for being here, bro. I agree. I would love to see some higher prices here on Bitcoin. We got the Godfather in the chat, said 100K. But how high can XRP go? We actually went over that, I think, on yesterday's live stream or the live stream before. So shout out to the Godfather. Maybe we'll take a look at that as well today. We got Lucho in the chat here for the giveaways, bro. Good to see you in here. We got Food for Bitcoin said, I love to see 47K. And as you guys know, that is the bearish scenario. I'm going to cover that as well and just give you guys my overall thoughts. We'll do the top-down analysis, give you all the targets, give you all the key levels. That way, you guys will be prepared whether the price goes up or down. And we both know, everybody knows that both are a possibility. So, hey, shout out to Crypto Face. Welcome in, Face. Good to see you, bro. Thank you for tuning in and coming in here, flexing that wrench. Let's go. Shout out to Crypto Face. I said, yay, Frankie. Shout out to you, bro. Face, what are you thinking, bro? What are you thinking? I'm saying I am cautiously optimistic. That higher time frame money flow still has me a little bit sketched out, but we are in a bull market, so we've obviously seen price smash through some things. Yeah, drop that market cipher emoji in the chat if you guys have a membership. But let's go ahead and, hey, shout out to Ando. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate you. He said, got a good return on a long from the help on how to get the most likely play out. Hey, shout out to Ando. Throw some money for you, bro. Throw some 20s in the air. Let's go. Shout out to you, bro. Congratulations. And just remember, we do the TA. You do the hard part, which is literally having the confidence to take the trade, stay in it, and pay yourself when you're in the green. So pat yourself on the back, bro. And with all that being said, drop those market cipher emojis. CryptoFace said, I am long but scared at the current price. Yeah, because CryptoFace obviously knows we are testing key resistance. So shout out to Face. Good to know your kind of thoughts there because, yeah, I'm like... cautiously optimistic. Like, I think we could come up, but it is a little sketchy, those higher time frames. So let's go ahead and jump right on into it. Shout out to Face as well. Face, we're gonna start up the collabs very soon. You gotta be our first guest, bro, because we gotta get that extra sauce on Market Cipher. If you guys don't know, CryptoFace is the creator of Market Cipher, which you guys see me use every single day. And speaking of Market Cipher, let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at it. Let's get into it. So here we are, guys. Sorry, this is all set up from the premium Discord. Let me go ahead and pull up my camera here. There we go. Pull up the overlay. Okay, so here we are on the Bitcoin chart, guys. And as you guys know, on yesterday's live stream, we were looking at this very, very key level of resistance, right? Now, this was the value area low of the range as well as the golden pocket from the move from the high here on the rejection of the value area high that we got before making the low down here at about $49,000. And, as we were looking at this, we were looking for that potential push back to the upside, looking at that daily bullish divergence that was printing. Just to give you guys some context, if you are new, we saw price come down to that 51 to 52K zone, right, that we had here as our lower target. You know, we talk about this every day. Not the most popular thing to be talking about on YouTube, but we did wind up seeing that level come in, so I'm glad I didn't look crazy there. And, you know, hopefully that kind of helps you guys understand that, you know, no matter what the social sentiment is, guys, when you're making lower lows and lower highs, you know, typically, especially with the higher time frame money flow coming out, the higher likelihood there is to put in a lower high and then continue to the downside, breaking your structure, giving you another bearish move down with new lows. And that 51 to 52K level was sitting right down there, and you guys can see we kind of pierced through it, washed out that $50,000 psychological level, and now we are getting a pretty strong bounce, right? And I'm going to talk about why we're in a little bit of a sticky situation where I'm kind of cautiously optimistic, right? We are approaching some very, very key resistance, but we are seeing some bullish things as well. But before we jump into that, I want to talk about how we got to where we are. So we got that bounce to the upside, and as we saw this daily bullish divergence printing, obviously these do typically give us moves to the upside, especially when it comes into a key level of resistance, which we had right down here. So you get your lower lows, your higher lows. We expect that bounce to the upside, but you guys know, just like back down here when we were looking for this move up, we were looking at this as a potential lackluster move to the upside to put in a lower high and then break structure to the downside, like I just explained, based off market cipher B on the higher time frames money flow coming out. And we are somewhat in a similar situation here, guys, where that daily bull dip was likely to give us a move up, but we have to, until proven otherwise, view this as a potential retracement to potentially put in a lower high and continue the structure or the break of structures to the downside. Now, why am I anticipating that potentially? This is obviously the bearish case, guys. There is a bullish case as well that I will go over, and I'll try to let you guys know which way I'm leaning, although right now, to be quite honest with you, it is a little bit hard to be super biased in one direction because we are seeing a lot of mixed signals that we're going to go, and we're going to go over all of them right now. But we, you know, with the higher time frames on market cipher B, and shout out to Pamp It, baby. Shout out to Crypto Face. Please feel free to drop your input in the chat. But, you know, as we see this money flow come down on the 3-day here, you know, this is generally where you see the trend continue to the downside if you get that crossover into the red, and obviously it would have to be sustained. There is a possibility of just getting a fake out there, but it, you know, just kind of hypothesizing here, if we get that crossover in over that zero line and money flow comes into the red, you know, you will be anticipating lackluster pumps to the upside to put in lower highs and continue your trend to the downside. I just said market cipher and then value area. Money flow indicates the longer term trend, right? I always look at those red and green dots as the noise in the market. Obviously, this isn't necessarily noise. This is a higher time frame, so these are pretty big movements. But, you know, green dot, you get to move to the upside. Red dot, you get to move to the downside. But your money flow, and this is one reason why I absolutely love the money flow, guys, is because it's directional. So you could kind of front run what's going to happen, assuming you don't get a fake out. But that money flow direction is going to let you know which way the overall trend is likely to continue, which is obviously going to be down here if that money flow crosses over into the red. So this is why I am looking at this bounce very similarly to how we looked at it here. We have to look at this as a potential lackluster bounce to the upside to potentially put in one of those lower highs, either at that golden pocket value area low, which is key level number 1 that we were talking about on the live stream last night. Pretty nice to see that we are actually getting that rejection there. Well, not nice if you want higher prices, but just nice as far as the TA playing out. But if we get above this level, guys, it is going to be more likely than not that once you get above that golden pocket, the next place price is likely to go is going to be that 786 retracement, right? And this is starting, and we do have other levels here as well. Let me come on down to the daily. We have the 786 sitting right here at about $65,000. And, you know, this is somewhat of a zone. I'm looking at this between about, I would say 65 or 64,500 all the way up to 66K. Let me actually pull up this other chart because I believe I have them marked out here. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, so, you know, really the level that I'm looking at here is going to be the 786 between about, you know, 64.5 to $66,000, right? Because again, if we're going to get this retracement, we know, right? If we know this is going to be a lower high and a return to the downside to, again, break that structure here, you know, that's the bearish case. I'm not saying Bitcoin's definitely going to 47K, but if we get that retracement and that money flow continues out, that would, you know, the next major targets we have down here are in the 40,000s. I'll go ahead and pull those up for you guys. Bada boom, actually pull it up on this chart. Pull up the object tree. 40Ks right down here between about 41K and, starting at 49K. 47K is also a key level, so 47, and then between 44 and $41,000 is that next naked value area. But 47,000 is also going to be a very key level to watch. But, and again, it is based off money flow, and if we look here at the 2-day here, guys, we could put in this 2-day bull div, and this is why I'm saying there is mixed signals, right? Lower lows on your price action into your key level of support, and then you have your higher lows on your momentum waves. And if you get this 2-day bull div, could give you that continuation to the upside, which could help that bullish case play out. However, if we look at the money flow here, it's not necessarily aggressively curving to the upside, right? I would really like to see that kind of round up a little bit more. Now, if we print that 2-day bull div and we start getting the move up, obviously that money flow is going to curve back up. But right now, I would really, this money flow is coming back out, right? It's not the best look, to be 100% honest. So it's definitely going to be at least worthy or useful to keep that bearish scenario in mind. Now, I'm going to kind of just list off the bullish and the bearish kind of evidence pieces that we have, right? So for the bears, you have the higher time frame money flow coming out. 4-day money flow, 3-day money flow is about to cross into the red. 4-day money flow is coming out. 5-day is starting to trend down. And then you have that fresh 6-day red dot, which is just starting to print. And then you have that weekly red dot confirmed on your regular candles. And on your Heikinashi candles, it is just printing. And on your Heikins, you also have your weekly blood diamond printing. Now, sometimes, we've only seen one other blood diamond on Bitcoin here on the weekly, right? It was right back here, and that obviously it resulted in a massive drop. Now, this was a different point of the market, right? This was where we were likely topped out and looking to go into the bear market, coming from a cycle perspective, right? So I wouldn't necessarily expect that to play out. But, this could be a potential extra little bearish sign. But also sometimes when you get a kind of black swan event, kind of like the Japan news that we got kind of gave us that big push to the downside. Sometimes you can print those blood diamonds, and it could kind of just play out in one candle, right? Now, we've never seen that on the weekly because this is the second one we've ever had on the weekly. But on some other time frame, sometimes you do see that. At least, from my experience looking at Market Cypher A, it does sometimes give you that big washout on some bad news, and then it just kind of already plays out in that one candle. So, definitely something you want to keep your eye on. So, weekly blood diamond, money flow coming out on the higher daily time frames, fresh 6-day red dot, and then on your Heikins, you have this fresh weekly red dot, right? So that is kind of the bearish kind of puzzle pieces, right? And then you could also look at this kind of, local market structure as high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So we're technically in a downtrend here, which is, again, what is going to make you potentially anticipate a lower high coming in here or at that 786. We know that golden pocket 786 is the zone where those lower highs are likely to come in, right? We saw that happen with the dump down to 53K on the 4th of July. Well, that's not what I want to look at. Pull up the entry zone, not golden pocket only. Bada boom, right? So what I was actually looking at was you could look at either of these, right? From this high to this low, come up to the golden pocket 786. But I was actually at the time looking at this overall fib from the all-time high all the way to this low here. And you guys can see, right? Where did that rejection come in? It got resistance at the golden pocket, but then we went up for that 786, and that wound up being the thing that gave us that big, big, big move to the downside. So, it's kind of the same scenario here. But those are the bearish signs, right? And these are the key levels of resistance. However, guys, if you just go ahead and kind of zoom out here a little bit, take off that 50K support level, bada boom, there we go, right? If we start to look at this, right, we are very, very, very clearly, let me pull it up. Actually, let me pull it up over here. Where is it? I just had it in a folder. Okay, so right here, right, we are clearly in somewhat of a bull flag here, right? Now, this is obviously a bullish continuation pattern, and these do break up way more than they break down. So, let's go out to the, let's come up to the daily and zoom out a bit, and let me actually hide these other things that I have here, bada boom, right? So this is clearly a bull pennant, and if you were to measure the breakout target of this, right? So these do break up more than they break down. You kind of just wiggle your way down here, and if you look at this, guys, we did wind up, let me turn on the regular candles here. If you look at this, we did wind up closing those daily candles just above that, just above the low here. Let me just actually pull this. Bada boom. I'm just going to make it nicer. It's a little bit rough here, but you can see, right, we did wind up closing our candles, our daily candles, just inside that bull flag, right? So this is still technically in play here, right? And if this did wind up breaking out, this could be a scenario that we're looking at. But remember, That's assuming that the money flow on the higher daily time frames is going to fake out, that weekly blood diamond is already played out, and that we're just going to change trends here. But this is a bullish pattern. And, on top of that, we have the daily bull div, right, which is another bullish puzzle piece into that key level of support. And then we also have the 2-day bull div about to print. But if these things cannot give us gusto up to higher prices, up to the high of this range for the bull flag breakout, we are going to be looking at those resistance levels I was just looking at, which we'll take a look at again in just a second, for that potential lower high to come in. So this is kind of where my bullishly optimistic, and just another kind of point for the bulls here is just the timing of the cycle, right? This isn't really necessarily where we wind up seeing massive dumps to the downside unless we get some kind of black swan event. Is that going to happen? There's literally no way to predict that. It's called a black swan for a reason. But take a sip of the Aztec and Cactus Moss water there real quick. There are bullish signs here, right? Now, again, money flow's not the prettiest on the 2-day. Higher time frames would be pointing to the downtrend, but 2-day bull div, daily bull div could be a strong bottom. Cycle timing, and then if we go ahead and measure the technical target of this bull flag, right? This is kind of the thought process, right? Now, right here. Assuming September, right, is where we could potentially get the liftoff, which is what happened last cycle, right? We had the halving, we kind of wiggled sideways a little bit, and then September, October came in. That's where the big run wound up coming in. Now, if we were to see something like that play out similarly, there are some things that are lining up eerily close, right? And then, also, what are those targets that we can look at? Let's take a look, right? So let me go ahead and bada boom. Let me go ahead and unhide all this stuff, right? So if we were to pull that technical target, now just roughly, right, we'll pull it to this swing low right here. So you grab the flagpole, you drag it to the top of the breakout, or where you think price may break out. Maybe we break out somewhere over here. This would be in September, so that would be right on time if we did wind up breaking out here. Again, not that we have to break out there because we have in the past, but it could be something that you look at. We're already like almost mimicking it perfectly, so it wouldn't be unlikely. But if we did get that breakout, guys, it does pull us right up to about $100,000, almost even, about $101,000, $102,000. Now, very likely, I don't know if it's going to be a straight line up there. Even if this did happen, we'd probably wind up being very confusing and scary, and we'd probably wiggle around a lot and then finally get up there. But the technical breakout target of this is about $100,000, depending on where you pull the target from, and it does line up perfectly with these Fibonacci extension levels. I believe this is the 1618. Yeah, so this is the 1618. That brings you right up to $102,000. And again, this is already the higher targets that I'm looking at. Now, again, it's very important to realize here that, we're likely not just going to shoot right up to 100K. But this is the target that I've been looking at. I've shown this on the live stream a million times, and it's just interesting to see that this bull flag is lining up perfectly with these fib levels that were already our targets to the upside, right? Main targets to the upside for me are 81.8. That's that first Fibonacci level. Then you got 91.3 and then 102.246. So this whole zone, right? Like, you'll probably interact with a lot of these levels. Maybe you lose it, you come back up, test this one, come down, whatever it winds up looking like. But, it is crazy to see that breakout target line up with the 1618 up here perfectly with what we were looking at as our target in general. And I actually believe, shout out to CryptoFace, actually funny that he's in here, because another thing that I was looking at up there is also we do have spider line confluence up there as well. Let me actually see, where is my spider lines? Right here, right? So we actually have our regular, not the new ones, but I'm sure the new ones probably shoot up there as well. But right up there, this is our next major spider line, right? So if we did get that move up, I mean, shout out to this spider line too, holding as support. But if we do wind up getting above that area of price action, we get the breakout of the new all-time high. 101, almost 102K is lining up right with that level, right? And it's no secret here that these spider lines are extremely reliable support and resistance levels. So there is a lot pointing up there if we were to get that explosive move to the upside. Let me pull back up the other chart. Bada boom, right? So I thought that was interesting with the technical target bringing you up to 100K. And if we did wind up getting that move starting in September, October, there is still time. If we do see this bullish case play out where this bull flag just winds up shooting back to the upside, there is a chance to hit 100K within 2024, in my own personal opinion, right? Doesn't guarantee we're going to see it. It's not Frankie Candles is calling for 100K before the end of the year, but I just kind of want to show you guys, if trading is an if this then that statement, and if we are going to see 100K by 2024, 2025 or before 2025, like this would be a pretty good thing to look at, right? Because if we do break out of that bull flag as you'd expect, right? I'm not a big pattern guy, but if you did wind up seeing that play out more often to the upside more often than not, if it does happen, it is interesting that those targets are up there. And this isn't typically how I pull my technical targets, but if you were, this is just interesting. If you were to extend this to some of these other significant swing lows, like even if you pull it here, I believe this one does bring you up to your next Fibonacci level, right? So, again, I would be looking at the first target. That's kind of how I would personally pull my technical targets from a bull flag. But if you extend it all the way to that swing low, guys, it brings you right up to $137,000, which is actually hilarious because let me see if I could find it here. I was actually talking to Tony D about, is this it? No. Let me see if I could find this, guys, because this is actually very interesting. I pulled a little bit of a bars pattern. Is this it? This is – nope, that's not it. Is it this one? This has got to be it, right? Dang it. How did I lose it? No, that's not it. Maybe I won't be – I don't want to waste too much time looking for this, but no, it's just spider lines. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it for you guys. Dang it. I will post this in the Discord if I can because this is extremely interesting. Oh, no, here we go. Okay, so if we did wind up getting that, guys, this is really interesting. And I'm not going to lie. I wasn't even going to show this because, like, this is very speculative, guys. There's no way that, like, you're able to guess exactly what's going to happen like this. But I just think it's interesting, and this is why I love TA. It's, like, genuinely interesting to me. And when you see things work out, it's almost like magic. But if we did wind up getting that, I pulled this fractal, I believe, from the beginning of the run here. I believe that was pulled from this high here. I pulled this fractal, guys, and this is pretty interesting because this lines up, right? There was I didn't just shape this up to hit these targets, right? Because you could obviously change the shape of these, right? I didn't just let me move it up here, right? That's not what happened, right? I just pulled that. I reshaped it a little bit to make it fit a little bit better, but for the most part here, if you were to see that pull flag break out, it's pretty wild because, if you wound up getting that, right, and you pull the technical target, right? We'll take the look at the first one, right? That brings you up to your first target, right? Price breaks out, retest the 70K level, right? Which would make sense, psychological level of 70K. Come back up, find support on top of 100K for another move up towards where? $137,000. Now, the funny thing about this, and again, I'm not necessarily, I don't think this is impossible this cycle at all. But it's crazy that, like, I looked at this and I sent this to Tony in Discord the other day. I'm like, hey, I don't know if I would really show this. I don't want people thinking I'm just looking for 100K right now. But, it just for it's very interesting because that $137,000 level does just wind up being where those Fibonacci targets are, which is very, very interesting. Obviously, looking at the other, let's pull it up right here, looking at this kind of target as well, like it just brings you, everything leads to that level, right, which is very interesting. And it's even crazier, right, if you pull up the, let me see, because I would not be surprised if, I would not be surprised. Why do I keep getting lost on here? Gee willikers. Okay, there you go, right? So it all lines up there, guys. It all lines up there. And if I were to... do I have spider lines on this chart? Yes, I do. Actually, I have the new spider lines. I mean, guys, let me just go ahead and highlight this really quickly. This is pretty wild. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. Mrs. Candles, come. Hey, wait, show some hand here. You can't just. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. Just bring it. I didn't even ask for this. Oh, okay. Show a little hand here. Can I? Are you still sick or can I sniff it? Oh, God, get out of here, Mrs. Candles. Thank you for the coffee, though. Thank you so much. You're a sweetheart. Thank you so much. But shout out to Mrs. Candles. Drop those Mrs. Candles hands in the chat. Starbucks is our sponsor. Yeah, shout out to Brock. I might as well be sponsored by Starbucks. Guys, when I go to the Starbucks where I live, they rarely charge me. I'm literally there like 3 times a day, and they're just like, yeah, it's okay, Fraggy. You're good, man. You're here. You'll be here tomorrow. You're fine. They're really nice people over there. But, guys, it is crazy. And then, again, if you look here, I'm just going to go ahead and change the line here to yellow because it comes right in at that spider line. Now, again, this is not, in my opinion, right, it's probably very unlikely for this to happen exactly like this. Obviously, I don't expect the price action to look exactly like that, but it is crazy how all this lines up, not only with the Fibonacci levels, not only with the fractal, but also with the spider lines, right, and the technical targets of that bull flag. So, again, this is a very strong if this, then that statement, right? That is assuming that the bullish case plays out here and this bull flag breaks to the upside, right? So there you go. There is the bullish case. The one thing is just that money flow in the higher time frames and the fact that we are technically in a downtrend here. So the chances of that continuing are definitely, that's what I mean. Like, we're kind of in a mixed situation here. We got bullish case, we got the bearish case. They both have similar evidence pieces. But hey, shout out to Jason Casper in the chat. Said, we bullish again? Hashtag blue and purple candles. Let's go. Well, hopefully, Jason, hopefully we could just get blue candles. No purple candles. But the market does not care what we want. Shout out to Jason, bro. Thank you for being here, man. I appreciate you. Bullish till we're bearish, baby. Let's go. Shout out to Wick589. But thank you for that super chat, Jason. I appreciate you so much, bro. What are you thinking, bro? You looking up or are you looking down? Or are you just if this then that again? Are you just day trading this thing? Let me know what you think, because I would like to know. But yeah, so that is if the bullish case plays out here, guys. But we obviously still have to look at the possibility of the bearish case, right? I'm not really going to go over it again because I just covered it in the beginning of the stream. The money flow on the higher time frames, the higher time frame red dots. If this stuff continues out, we are obviously testing the value area low. Where are we? Current range, there we go. So yeah, obviously, testing that golden pocket of the local move down in confluence with that value area low. We looked at this last night. If we're going to put that lower high in and continue down, guys, it's likely to happen here or in this zone here. And you could actually, you could potentially extend this over to the POC, right? So right about there. So, it's either likely going to come in here, right? If that does wind up rejecting, it could get bearish very quickly, where you could be looking down for that lower low to come in the 40s, starting at 49 to 47K. If it gets worse, 42 to $40,000 could be the next stop. But, right now, I'll be honest, right? If we look at the something like the 4-hour here, if we can get this money flow to continue up here and cross that zero line, we could potentially get above that golden pocket and look for that second level. So again, we don't know if number one, we don't know if the lower high is going to come in. If it does come in, we don't know if it's going to come in at the golden pocket or the 786 POC. But we have to keep an open, kind of mind to both rejections being possible, right? But again, if we flip this golden pocket, that would kind of be the signal for me to look up towards the second zone. And then to be honest, if we could get above that POC at $67,000, that could be a sign of a potential fake out, because after that, the only real significant resistance you have above you is the value area high at $70,000, as well as the all-time high sitting right here at about 74K, right? Or we'll call it, $74,000, right? So, that $67,000 POC is going to be the big thing to look at and get over to potentially anticipate another push up. But again, even at that point, you're still just within your volume profile. So, I would probably just be looking at things in context of that volume profile. All right, let's see here. Shout out to Jason, said just day trading, but smoking some bullish opium. I like it, bro. I like it. That's the beauty of being a trader is you don't necessarily need to just be like praying for those moves up. You could just day play it and rack in small profits. I mean, depending on your position sizes, small moves don't always equal small profits, right? If you're trading with big money, you can make some decent money on the small moves. But yeah, shout out to Jason. I like that. Smoking the hopium never hurts, right? It never hurts to get a little optimism in there. And I'll be honest, guys, like I feel like I was weighing pretty heavy on that lower high coming in here looking for lower prices. And to be honest, it's not the most favorable thing on YouTube to be the guy who's bearish. But again, like, just to say this one more time, guys, I have absolutely no intent to come up here and say price is definitely going up when I don't think that, right? Because I did kind of feel like felt crazy calling for the lower low, but we wound up getting it, right? And that's not always going to happen. Like, I don't say that because I was right, but, it's important to pay attention to the TA, right? Because the TA, is going to put probabilities on your side. It's not going to play out 100% of the time. If it does, if this TA plays out, we break the structure to the downside, we know why it happened, but there's no guarantee that that's going to happen, right? It's going to be, we could get a move up to that POC and then just get a random breakout for the bullish case. And that's why I wanted to cover both situations because, to be honest, right now, I was probably a little bit more, anticipating the lower high and a bigger move down. Like I was anticipating that a little bit stronger recently. But, after seeing, the daily bull div, the 2-day bull div, money flow starting to try to work its way up here on the medium time frames with the bull flag. When you zoom out, you see that bull flag. And you also see, one of the things that I was looking at with the premium Discord earlier was if I pull up the Bybit chart here, and maybe I can, maybe some people can learn if you're new, but, let me hide this and the lower levels here and pull up some high time frame levels. Where is it? Macro levels. Here we are, right? Let me just get rid of these really quick. You could see here, when I pulled a fib here on the higher time frames of the premium Discord recently, and I pulled it. I didn't pull it from this swing low, right? I pulled it from this little higher low right here. And the reason for that is because this was the impulse that not only broke the high here from the ETF approval rejection, but this is also pretty much the start of the major impulse other than here that wound up breaking the all-time high. If I come over to the weekly, you could see, I guess you can consider that the impulse that broke the all-time high, but this is really what wound up giving you that big push above the highs. So I pulled my fib from there. Reminder, guys, don't pull your fib in public. You could wind up in legal trouble like that. But, if you do pull your fib there, you could see on that first dump down on the 4th of July, we came right to that golden pocket. And just like we are looking at from the opposite end here, where we could potentially put in the lower high on the golden pocket or 786 retracement, right? Let me go ahead and boom, right? Looking at that potential rejection at the golden pocket or the 786. In the same way, we were looking at it on the way down, right? That first 4th of July dump, we came down to the golden pocket, and then we were looking for the lower high, and we were saying if that lower high comes in and we break the golden pocket, you could come down to that 786, which is also right below that 51 to 52K zone or that 51 to 52K range or naked volume profile that we had down there. And when you're looking at this, you could look at it as, hey, there's probably people long from down here with a lot of liquidity sitting below. So if that wick comes down, cleans the bottom of that range, stops out all those long positions, and then you have that backstop of support being the 786 and that weekly naked point of control. And then where'd we bounce to? And then in hindsight, right, I think we actually said this, like in hindsight, we'll look and be like, oh, that was a golden pocket. And then the 786 retracement. And looking at this, it's like, oh, man, like if we were going to break out, it could be from that 786 retracement. You get the full 786 retracement, and then you break out. And it's just some of these macro things that made me want to just kind of cover that bullish scenario, right? Because I do think I kind of just lean really heavily on the money flow, and I kind of talk about the bearish case more because the money flow is making it more likely to play out. But there definitely is a bullish case to be made here. So there we go. There is my full thoughts on Bitcoin. And then obviously, locally between, the value area low golden pocket here, once you break 61, 62K, we could potentially get that move up to the 786 POC. Now, if we go ahead and pull up the liquidation heat maps here, you guys can see, pull up the, what is this? This is the 7-day chart. You guys can see up here, right above, 62, about 63K. We do have a bit of local liquidity, right? $63,000. Pull up the trading view chart. So 63K right above this wick. Bada boom, right? So $63,000 or 62,777. If we know we have some liquidity above there, we could potentially look for a fake out before losing the level again. But again, if we do not see that, it's probably going to be more likely to come up into this zone. And I also do want to take a look at some of those higher time frame liquidity levels. Pull up a higher time frame here. Shout out to High Block, guys. I am really trying to develop some nice stuff that I like to look at here, and I will make a video about this eventually because High Block has so many features that a lot of people don't know about. I use it a lot for the liquidation heat maps, but there is a whole lot of stuff that you could do here. But if we pull up the 3-month time frame, obviously this has not really changed. We have a lot of liquidity sitting up above the highs here, starting at about $70,000 and above all the way up to the all-time high. Obviously, likely a lot of liquidity sitting there. And then if we pull up the 1 month, same thing, right? Just about 70K. So just real significant liquidity. The only local liquidity that I see as significant is going to be sitting right here at about $63,000, right? So if we don't come up here, fake out and come back down, we can look for the move up to the 786 POC, flip that to support. value area high is kind of like knocking on the door for a potential breakout. But, I would say, like, based off money flow, like, I would be very, very careful looking for bearish confirmations at that value area high in case we do get the bearish case to play out. So that is everything I'm looking at, guys. The local, the macro, the super macro, all the way till the end of the year, the super local levels, the day trade levels, all that good stuff. You guys have everything that I'm looking at. And I really just wanted to cover that bullish case a little bit because I feel like I have been neglecting it a little bit, but it is there, right? It's not my opinion, right? This is just the stuff on the chart with the technical levels. It's like magic, all this stuff lining up, especially with the spider line at 137 is absolutely crazy. But just to be clear, guys, just because all that lines up, this does not equal hold until 137K, because I know if there's a lot of new people in here, there's going to be, some people that feel like that's the case, right? Like, just because we have all that stuff lining up there does not mean I'm just going to hold my spot bags until 137K, right? I am analyzing price every time we get to a new key level. So if we don't get those signs to look for 137K, I will not look at it. But maybe I'll make a pre-record digging a little bit deeper into that stuff. But there you go, guys. Hopefully that helps you guys out. Shout out to Out of the Bins says, so 100x long? No, not 100x long. Please, for the love of God. I mean, hey, these are your own financial decisions. Yeah, this is not financial advice. If you 100x long, who knows? Maybe we'll break out and you make a bunch of money. But I would definitely not recommend randomly 100x long. And I know you're joking. Bro. But anyway, let's see. Video on spider lines would be awesome. We actually do have a couple videos on spider lines. I believe you have spider line video, and then I have a spider line on ETH video, how to get spider lines on ETH. You guys could check that out as well. Also, CryptoFace just dropped an awesome video about the new spider lines, like kind of second version of spider lines that he's looking at. You guys can definitely go check that out as well. Let me see. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Carlos, says it takes too long for me to do it in public. I think he's talking about pulling his fib. Let's see. Do you see Ethereum reaching a new all-time high soon, given the current market trends and upcoming developments? Shout out to Oscar. Thank you for being here. Jay Gilly in the chat. What is going on, bro? Good to see you in here. But yeah, the Ethereum is interesting, right? Because let's see. Maybe I'll bring this up on next week's live streams. But if we look at Ethereum here, let me go ahead and hide the TA really quickly. And what I'm going to do here is we're going to pull up just the TradingView bullish flag pattern. Right now, obviously, I believe it was on the daily I was looking at it. Now, obviously, we've kind of slipped down below this. We could be bearishly retesting this flag. But this is also just like based off like an algorithm. So like, I don't know if you would be pulling your flag all the way down here. I'd probably be pulling it a little more locally. But it is also just very interesting here that there is a $6,500 target for this bull flag, right? And I do have spider lines here on Ethereum on hide. Actually, let me hide everything else. Let me hide all this stuff. Right? And then we'll show the spider lines. Oh, they got hidden somehow. You can't make this up, guys. You literally can't make this up. Target of the bull flag, also bringing you right up to that exact spider line sitting at about $6,400. Now, I do think this is possible for Ethereum, right? Like, you're probably going to see, like, a lot of people calling for, like, 30K Ethereum this cycle. Now, for me, right, like, if there's a reason to look for 30K after we get to these higher targets, then I'll reassess the situation. But as of right now, I mean, if we got, from the current highs here, that's another 50%. Yeah, I'd probably wind up being able to see a little bit higher than that in my opinion. But, nice target here on that bull flag, sitting at about $6,400, right in line with that spider line. Will it line up with the Fibonacci extension levels is the question. These aren't actually the extension levels that I was going to look at, but it does line up perfectly. I believe that is is that the two? Let me see here. Yeah, the 2618 sitting right here again, at about $6,200, right in that nice little confluent area of resistance. So, that would be it's kind of hard to call, right? I'm a very level to level trader, but this would make a lot of sense if we did start seeing big moves up on Ethereum. And then, if we got up there, then I would be willing to assess the situation and look a little bit higher. So there you go. And then here's my short position from ETH that I was in and accidentally closed in full. Wish I held a little bit of that, but I'm not upset, guys. You can't look at your missed gains as a bad thing, right? Otherwise, you're going to wind up FOMO trading until you lose all your money. Trust me, I know. But anyway, and look at the respect on that spider line as well. Pretty wild. But Anyway, let's go ahead and continue on here and take a look at what we got going on for Ethereum. So let me go ahead and unhide some of this stuff. Bada boom. Okay, I'm going to pull. There we go, right? So you have your main value area here. Let me go ahead and just pull this range again. Bada boom, bada bing, right? And I will readjust this. Get rid of that. Boom. Boom. And yeah, pretty funny. We were looking for lower prices on Ethereum, but I was not expecting that drop on ETH all the way down to. I mean, we were looking at the level, but I was hoping that we were going to kind of just come down here and take out these lows before getting another move to the upside. But that is, obviously didn't wind up happening. We wound up coming lower to our next area of consolidation, which came around from this range right here. There you go, right? Came down to the value area low. Very similar to Bitcoin, right? Bada boom. Bada bing. So there you go. But, locally, let's take a look at what we got going on, right? It's very similar. 3-day money flow crossover into the red. 4-day money flow crossing over into the red, or looking for a crossover into the red. VWAP trying to work its way up there. Not quite getting there just yet. But 5-day, VWAP starting to come up. 6-day red dot confirmed. Weekly red dot confirmed. Monthly red dot confirmed. So what's the 2-week look like on Ethereum? Let me check that real quick. Yeah, I mean, you did. Yeah, kind of. It looks very similar to Bitcoin, right? This higher time frame money flow is really, and then like this big break of the range here is really what makes me, kind of look for potential retracements for lower highs and continuations down, right? Just like Bitcoin rejected that 786 value area high, you can see Ethereum, the lower high came in at the golden pocket, right? And that's why we always look between the 786 and the golden pocket. I mean, I didn't invent this, right? Like, it's a very common thing that traders do, right? Golden pocket 786 are oftentimes where you look for those higher lows or lower highs, right? Now, if we look locally here, you might think, well, hey, if we're going to get a retracement back up here, where can we look for the lower high before the move down? Well, very simply put, you go ahead and pull your fibs. Let me come on over to the daily time frame, right? So you could pull it from, I would probably pull it from this local high all the way to the low here. Let me go ahead and change the, there you go, right? So golden pocket value area low, very similar to the level that we're rejecting on Bitcoin right now. You have the golden pocket value area low confluence. Bada boom, bada bing. Right, and then your 786 just above that. So, based off Fibonacci levels, right, you'd probably be looking for a potential lower high at the golden pocket or the 786. And the fact that the golden pocket value area low is very, very confluent, that means that, it could be a little bit of a stronger level. So those are the key levels. I mean, really nothing new from what we were looking at on the last stream when we looked at ETH, so I won't spend too much time on it. And actually, I would pull that here, just adjust that, make sure you guys have the most accurate levels. Bada boom. And then golden pocket value area low. There we go. So, and then, if we get above that 786, just like on Bitcoin, get above that 786, you could look for a move up to the value POC or the value area high, where, let's go ahead and pull this full fib as well. Yeah, so I already have that level there, right? So POC macro 786, this is from the actual high here. Actually, let me pull it up here. Yeah, so I don't really know. I don't love pulling. Yeah, I mean, you do. There's a lot of confluence up here. Value area high, POC 786, right? So like these are the major levels. I don't want to like just litter the chart with a ton of levels, but like there is a lot of confluence here, right? 786 macro golden pocket, POC macro 786 value area high, and then the local levels with the golden pocket and value area low. So these are definitely the levels I'd be looking at for rejections, right? And I would probably think if we are going to get the lower high, it's more likely to come in here than come all the way back up to that value area high. Kind of speculative there, but that's what I'd be looking at, right? These are the two first key levels I would watch. Little bing, little bong, potentially. We don't know which one's going to happen, though. So there you go. To be quite honest, some of these higher time frames, like this 12 and this 16 hour, does look, right? Let me populate some of this stuff, right? Something I would be interested in locally on ETH potentially, right, is if this 10, 8, yeah, like some of these higher time frames, right? If we come down from here, which doesn't look impossible, right? Yeah. VWAP flip potentially there. VWAP coming right back up. I don't know if I love the look of that for the short, but if we get, or I shouldn't say for the short, but for the move down, right? If this VWAP comes down, prints the red dot on the 8 hour or even the 6 hour, the way these momentum waves are set up could give us a potential bullish divergence on these higher time frames, right? So if we got that drop down, came back down to this value area low, we could put in bullish divergences as we deviate below that value area low, and that could be an area to potentially look for a bounce with that bullish divergence. Lower lows, higher lows, and then that could potentially, I don't know if we're going to get all the way back down there. This is an if this, then that, right? There's no guarantees we come back down there, but if we did, and we saw these bullish divergences, it could give us a bigger bounce to the upside. So that is something I would look at locally. But other than that, just keeping an eye on these macro levels. I'll be honest with you guys. For the most part, I've been a lot more picky with my leverage trades lately. Not really taking a whole ton of scalps here. Just kind of focusing on the higher time frames a little more. But yeah, these are the major levels I would be paying attention to, especially if you're not scalping the low time frames. These are probably what you're going to be looking for. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to JD Stash says, bing bong. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you for being here. And shout out to everybody for smashing that like button. Shout out to Jason Casper for the super chat, bro. I appreciate you so much. Sleek Coil said 2-hour green dot on BTC confirmed. On Bitcoin. Bitcoin setting up for, Bitcoin actually kind of doing on the 2-hour, right? 2-hour green dot printing, money flow starting to come back up. So again, get above here. That's that next zone of resistance I would be looking at, right? And honestly, could be doing the opposite here on Bitcoin. Go up for the bearish divergence, the way this momentum wave is set up on the 2-hour, rather than the bullish divergence on ETH. But that is on the 8-hour. Technically, Bitcoin looks similar to ETH on the 8-hour, but locally, yeah, we'll have to see. This is key resistance, guys. Like, if we get above here, very likely we go to the 786. If we reject here, I'd be looking probably down to these highs. But yeah, that is what I'm looking at on Bitcoin, guys. Hopefully, you guys have an overall. You might have to watch it twice, but hopefully, you guys have an overall kind of idea of what I'm looking at. Like, not only for the bullish case or the bearish case, the high time frames, the low time frames. You guys should be all set on what I'm expecting for next. We're looking for that golden pocket. Here we are. Question is that 786 gonna come in? All right, let's see. Let me just check in. Shout out to LJ says, can you do TA on AVT? I'm gonna go ahead and mark that down. I will try to take a look at AVT for you if we have some time. But yeah, thank you for the super chat. I'll try to take a look at AVT. What is AVT? All right, it's on Coinbase. Okay, yeah, we could try to take a look at this in a minute. But if you guys want to see your favorite altcoins, go ahead and drop them in the chat. Rob the Crypto Snob account with the votes and let us know what we're looking at. Drop them in right now, and I will start taking a look at XRP and Solana first. Hey, shout out to Mikey20. Mikey20 says, Solana, please. You read my mind. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. When we have a CME gap, we have to come back and fill if BTC moves up. Shout out to Brock. Yeah, I mean, listen, with the CME gaps, there is no we have to. CME gaps are filled more than they aren't, right? I think the statistical probability is like pretty high. Come over to Bitcoin, right? We will, if we do move, it depends on what we do over the weekend. But yeah, you're always leaving CME gaps here every week. But I just want to be clear, right? Like, not every CME gap absolutely has to get filled. I think this is something that a lot of people think. That's just simply not the case, right? I think, like, what is the, how often do BTC CME gaps get filled, right? I don't know what the actual percentage is, but let's see. Yeah, 90% of the time they get filled. But I don't know if it's actually 90%. But even if it is 90%, 90% is not 100%, right? So you don't just. I look at the CME gaps for my intraday analysis, but I never look at them as like end all be all targets. Like, oh, we have to go back down, right? Like, let's just imagine, right? This isn't real, but like, let's just imagine you have a CME gap down. There are CME gaps that are never filled, right? Like, there's some from 3K, I believe. This is the Bybit chart, so I can't. I don't know if it'll pop up here. But, they're not always going to get filled, right? Like, sometimes you're going to go down and a gap is going to get left filled. But, like, 90% is a good percentage of the time, right? So, yeah, they do get filled more often than not. I just don't use it as, like, an end-all, be-all. We have to go fill this level because you don't want to be looking at the chart being like, oh, well, I'm going to buy when we go fill that CME gap. And then you never fill the CME gap. You leave that opportunity on the table. But, yeah, 90% is pretty heavy. So, like, we're likely not just going to go up in a straight line, right? Like, if you do come in, maybe you make another CME gap, you go fill the CME gap, and then you get the bigger bounce, and then you have another CME gap. So yeah, you're just like always kind of filling these gaps, right? Gap here, fill it. Gap up here, right? There was a gap down here, filled it. Gap up here, filled it. So it does happen more often than not, but just not something I like super put a lot of weight on as far as like a guarantee. But let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Oscar, said, yo, it's Frankie, the green candle in the dark, always shining bright, lighting up the spark, coming through. Yeah, I'm here to make money. I'm here to make my mark. Keep the good work. Like a lion, I embark. Shout out to Oscar, dropping the bars in the chat. Let's go. Bing bong. Shout out to Oscar, bro. That's fire. I'm going to pin it. Actually, no, I'm not going to pin it only because we got the video link up there for the giveaway. But shout out to Oscar. Let's go. I did just make a tour rap. Shout out to Oscar. Oscar, you're a rapper. I'm not a rapper, though, but you might be. Shout out to Oscar. Let's see. Okay, if we're not filling gaps, then you got to question your life choices. Shout out to Crypto Crabman. Oh, boy. Chat is taking a turn for the worst here. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at Solana and XRP, guys. Now, obviously, let me go ahead and get rid of the CME gaps here. Bada boom. Right, so for XRP, right, very simply put, basically what we saw here on XRP was this money flow crossover into the green with a fresh green dot on the daily. Now, unfortunately, we just wound up printing a bearish divergence and got a VWAP flop here. Excuse me, almost instantly. Got that VWAP flop, put in the bearish divergence, and then we got to move all the way back down to the bottom of the range. Now, we did have higher low levels here that we were looking for. We kind of held this POC a little bit, or this POC zone that I was looking at, but then we wound up just coming down to the last resort higher low level before getting the news and getting a move back up where? To the high of the range. And this is why I always say, just show me the charts, right? Like, oh my God, the news on XRP is out. Like, here, I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm not going to lie. XRP lawsuit over. I mean, even if you go wick to wick, XRP lawsuit over, 48% pump. Yikes. Like, that was what everybody was waiting for. Now, I'm a technical trader, right? So I'm not like, I don't know every nitty gritty detail of this news, but this is what everyone was waiting for. It's like, wait until the lawsuit's over and see what you'll see how high it'll go. And listen, I'm bullish on XRP. I think XRP will go higher, obviously. But it is crazy that like all we did here was go from the bottom of the volume profile, from the value area low to the POC to the value area high, right? So, as of right now, this is the range that we're trading in, and this is the range that I would be looking at, right? Where are we getting support? The low. Where are we getting resistance? At the high. Not only here, here, and here, but also here. So, this is what I'd be looking at. If we do come back down, I can get rid of these zones because they are no longer the same. What I will do is pull this new golden pocket, 786, right? So POC golden pocket sitting right here. So if we are going to maintain a strong uptrend, you could potentially, look at this golden pocket POC confluence. If we wiggle our way down there, maybe we could put in a higher low and then get a bigger breakout. But as of right now, XRP, even though the lawsuit just ended, like, still just in the same situation. We're just in this massive volume profile. It's like every time, like hopefully the next time we go to attack this doorway to higher prices, we could finally get the move up. But this weekly naked point of control has not been tapped yet. But this weekly naked point of control and value area low sitting between about 67 cents is the level we need to get above. So as long as we remain in this range, I will be looking for respect on the POC, value area low, value area high, trading this as a typical volume profile, shorts at the highs, longs at the lows, right? I'm not actively trading XRP at this moment, but if I were, it'd be shorts at the highs, longs at the lows with confirmations, until we get a breakout and a flip of support on that weekly naked point of control / value area low, which would very likely open the door to about 83 cents. So there you go. That basically the same situation, which is crazy because the lawsuit ended and we're just still in the same technical situation. But 3-day green dot looking to print, 2-day green dot is printing, so maybe we could just kind of squeeze out of here. But again, like if you do get a push to the upside, this is the level to break. Can we see an 83-cent XRP? Well, it's an if this, then that. If we get above here, flip it to support. 83 cents is on the table for sure. So there you go. That's what I'm looking at on XRP. Other than that, everything else looking kind of the same as everything else. Daily money flow is back in the green. 3-day money flow coming back up. 4-day green dot printing. 5-day green dot. Yeah, a little bit of mixed signals here on the higher time frame. So, I would just be letting this kind of do its thing until we get above this level. But yeah, other than that, not much has changed. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Say pin my next altcoin. Pin my next chat. There we go. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Thank you very much. Yeah, shout out to Just Will said, isn't the lawsuit over? Yeah, the lawsuit is over now. I thought they were ordered to pay $125 million within 30 days, and that's it. Yes or no? From what I understand, like I said, I'm not reading all the papers every single day on it. But yeah, that is $125 million penalty, which, yeah, I believe that was it. That was all that I saw in the story. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Man, this is just show me the charts. I'll tell you the news, right? If we were looking down here, I don't know if it was I don't think it happened at the low here, but lawsuit finishes, pump to the upside. Just because it pumps on the news does not mean that I won't look at this as resistance, right? And this is why. It's because it's just technicals, right? Like, show me the charts, I'll tell you the news every single time. And this isn't really like a show me the charts, tell me the news kind of thing. But that's why I focus more on the charts than the news. Like, some people just trade news, right? Like, some people are just fundamental traders, and I think that's okay if you're just like a long-term investor. But we see this happen all the time, right? Like even the Bitcoin ETF, right? Like, was that bullish for Bitcoin overall? Absolutely, right? But like, what happened the day it got approved, right? The day it got approved was literally the local top, right? And then we got a 20% dump to the downside. I didn't see a lot of people talking about this, right? Everyone's just like, it's approved, we're going to $1 million, right? But no, we hit key resistance. Sure, there were other people looking at it, but I was shocked by the amount of people that were just looking for this thing to rip out of nowhere. And I'm like, guys, we just rallied like crazy off this ETF stuff, right? The rumors, right? And then you sell off, and then I caught that long here, still holding this long at $39,800, literally holding this for the meme. See if we can hold it all the way to 100K. That would be fire. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's see. Friday night with Frankie. Shout out to Maso. What is going on, bro? Thank you for being here. Let's see. Shout out to Oscar. Said I have a full song. Tell me where to send it. Shout out to Oscar. Ask Tony D. Tony D will tell you where to send it. I'd like to hear it, though. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. That's a new video. And the early one. Shout out to Oculus. I'm not sure what that was in context to. But let's go ahead and jump on into our next altcoin, which is Solana. Let's go ahead and jump in. Right. So these are, you can't make it up, guys. Right. Like, so I believe the last time we were looking at Solana, which was probably yesterday and the day before and the day before and the day before, we look at Solana almost every day. But key level of support or key level of resistance to flip to support for the bigger move up was right here, that POC at $140. We get above it, flip it to support. You get your move back up. You find local resistance on your old value area that we saw right here. And that's where we're rejecting from right now. Now, to be quite honest with you guys, I would much rather, at this point, right, like this is still an active chart. These levels are still valid. You guys can see we lost this low. That was the doorway to lower prices. And the next support level did come in at the previous value area high. So these levels are still valid if you're going off of these. But I will say, I did want to make a little bit of a new Solana chart here. And what I'm going to do is come on over to the daily. And I'm just going to go ahead and look at this as kind of its own little range here. And let me just make sure. I want to get the same exact. Yeah. So this is kind of what I would be looking at, right? I'll go ahead and mark this out with a box. Bada boom, bada bing. Right here. And I'll pull the local fib. You guys can see we're getting resistance on that local golden pocket right now. So next, very logical resistance on Solana. For me, is going to be between 175 and 171, where you have your 786 value area high confluence. Now, obviously, right, we've gotten above the value area low, flipped the POC to support, and now we are potentially anticipating that value area high to come in. And so if we get above that golden pocket, very likely we go for that 786 value area high. If we break above that 786 and hold support, and we don't get, bearish confirmations up here to get back into the range and back down to the POC in the low, right, because you want to treat this as a typical volume profile, right? Deviate from the high, look for a return into the range, back to the POC, back to the low. Back to the then you go from the low to the POC, back to the low to the POC, back to the high. Deviate from the high, look to get stuck in the range, POC, value area low. Look for longs at the low, back to the POC, back to the high, and then we deviate from the high, go back to the low. So you're still going to treat it like a regular volume profile. But, if we do get up there, this would kind of be the level that you would want to flip to see a continuation up, as long as you don't get those bearish confirmations, right? If you start consolidating up here, you find your short entries, you could potentially look to just trade that as another volume profile trade or short back down to the value area low, or at least the POC. So those are pretty simple levels. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. You just want to keep coming in here. I know. Well, I do have Aztec and Cactus Moss Water. Yeah. Are you missing me today? I think you're missing me a little bit. Okay, making sure the charts are good. What do you think of Solana? What do you think of Solana right now?
No, not financial advice.
Okay, she said not financial advice, but let us know. We're rejecting the golden pocket. You think we're going to see the 786, or are we going back to the low? Let me know. You think you're going to go to the 786? All right. You heard it here first, Mrs. Candles. Not financial advice. But Mrs. Candles is looking for that 786 to come in. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. I mean, we got a green dot on the 2 hour.
Oh, that's good.
That's good. There we go. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. That shirt makes your eyes look ridiculously blue.
You just doxed me online.
That's not what doxing means. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue. She goes, you just doxed me online. I doxed her eye color, guys. Oh, God. Let's see. She's funny, man. Oh, God. I don't deserve her, guys. I mean, I deserve good. I don't know if I deserve that good, though. She's crazy. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. She is 100% I said this before. She's my better half, guys. She's better looking. She's nicer. She's a better person. She's I deserve her more than she. No, she deserves me. I don't know. I don't deserve her. But let's see. Mrs. Candles. I love Mrs. Candles, TA. Let's go. Shout out to Dave Hagen. But yeah, guys, this is what I'd be looking at for sure. See if we can get that 786 to come in. Should we? Let's see. Let's see. Mrs. Candles' prediction. Let's see if it comes in. I'm actually going to go ahead and I'm going to put an alert here. Will Mrs. Candles' target get hit? Let's see. Sometimes she gets real lucky. I'm not going to lie. What am I doing? Boom. Boom. All right. There we go. We'll see if it happens. About to get his wax on. Shout out to Crespo. Oh, my God. All right, let's see. What water are you drinking? Sea moss? Shout out to Borpato. Hopefully I said that right. This is Aztecian cactus moss water. It's not, a lot of people say it looks like Celsius, but it's definitely not Celsius. It's, special. It's actually special energy drink, energy juice that comes from moss. Just special moss water. It's the most hydrating, most healthy energy drink that you could possibly drink. Shout out to Nick. Says Mrs. Candles wants her half of the XRP. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. Yesterday she was asking me why her Coinbase was pumping, or not yesterday, the other day, whatever. She's like, why is my Coinbase up so much? I'm like, because you have XRP. Let's see. You're right. Shout out to Mrs. Candles. Mrs. Candles, I think, is missing me. Yeah, shout out to Super You. She's just like, you should tell them to drink Super You. This stuff is amazing too. Yeah, it is healthier. This is healthier than Aztec and Cactus Moss Water. Shout out to Super You. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. We got Mrs. Candles' prediction here. Now let's go ahead and check out INJ. Bada boom. Bada bing. All right, let's see. Okay, so let me just extrapolate this volume profile. Boom. Pull that POC. Pull that value area low. All right, so. Yeah, all right, so we are respecting this range somewhat. Let's see, fresh green dot on the 4 hour could see us push up to the value area high. Money flow's starting to work its way up here just a little bit. Let's see. 2 hour green dot confirmed. Yeah, I mean, pretty simple. I don't want to say simple, but pretty, I'll say pretty simple situation that we're in here. You're in this lower value area. Your next area of balance, you can look at this little kind of sideways range here. But for the most part, your next significant volume profile is sitting up here between 22 at about 22.71. That's your value area low. So, money flow crossover on the 2-hour, 3-hour starting to curve up as well. If we see these medium time frame money flows continue to the upside, we could anticipate the local trend to continue, making that next key level of resistance about 22.71 at that value area low. Flip that level, we could start to look up to higher prices such as $25 and $26 for INJ. Now, zooming out here just a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and hide. I could just re-pull these, so I'm actually just going to delete all of these. Yeah, let's see. I mean, money flow on these higher time frames, right? Like a lot of these all look the same. The money flow on these 4-day money flow in the red, right? This is not a fake out in the red to go back in the green once you print that green dot. This is more bearish, right? Now, again, like, do we want to see a big breakdown here at this point in the cycle? Probably not. But this money flow is coming out. That is binary. That is not my opinion, right? 5-hour money flow is coming out. 6-day money flow is kind of flat. 7-day, weekly money flow is technically coming down, but it's kind of locally flat here. So not much really to take away from these higher time frames. But I would look, as far as the medium, this is kind of how I would explain my sentiment, as I kind of been saying for the past couple days, right? Like medium time frame, especially even on Bitcoin here, medium time frame money flow is coming up. This can make us anticipate the continuation of this local trend, right? But that doesn't negate the higher time frame money flow coming out, right? So we can expect that little continuation, but we are at risk of putting those lower highs in. Very similar on INJ. So those are the levels I'd be looking at. And again, higher time frames kind of hard to pull together anything useful. But yeah, medium time frame, we could continue up. Next major target, hitting that value area low. Let me actually see something here. Yeah, value area low at about $22, $23 is that next key level. Actually, go ahead and pull this box as well so I can extrapolate this. Bada boom. Yeah, there you go. And I'll even put the high POC value area low. You can see we came down, rejected the value area low, find imbalance, price hunts out that next area of balance coming from over here, right? Gets the bounce, back into your old balance, to the high, to the low, lose the POC, imbalance, you hunt out that next area of balance, you find your support, and now you're kind of bing-bonging around in here. So those are the levels. If we don't continue hanging out in here and we break out, I would be looking up towards about $22, $23. So there you go. There is INJ. Let's see, bada boom. Okay. Shout out to Bruno CF said, hey, Frankie, AVAX is holding key level value area low long from 2140. Shout out to Bruno CF. Maybe we'll take a look at AVAX if we have time. We actually are running out of time here. Probably going to take a look at, let me take a look at, was it AVT? Yeah, so let's take a look at this really quick. Yeah, these are hard to, this is going to be hard to analyze, to be honest. I don't know what this is. But like all these scam wicks, looks kind of low liquidity to me. Yeah, this doesn't look, yeah, this is very, very hard to do analysis on. Yeah, and they all look like that. So, yeah, this is a little bit hard. What I can do here is, yeah, kind of hard. I could take a look at Market Cipher. But, yeah, you could see here, right? Like, it just doesn't. Like, Market Cipher on the 16 hours been in the red for 135 days, right? Like, this is kind of hard to do analysis on. But, what we can do here is maybe come up to a higher time frame, pull, like, some macro levels. Bada boom. I mean, yeah, you've lost this major 786. Yeah, Yeah, that's not... Yeah, it does not look, yeah, I mean, there's no, yeah, it's hard to do with these giant scam wicks. Try to pull a volume profile. This will probably be wonked out as well. Oh, not quite. But there really is no sideways range to be pulled on, to be honest with you. Okay, I guess you could pull this. That's respected somewhat. I'll just give you the levels real quick. So your value area high, POC. So you're stuck under your POC right now. Just about came down to your value area low. So these levels I would look at. Value area low would be key. me actually pull this down here for a second. I'd mark out this naked point of control. But for the most part, these are the levels I would look at, right? You want to be able to try to remain within this range. If you lose this range, I'd be looking down to $1.10. Lose this, probably not good. I don't know what this is. But, yeah, these are the levels that I would be looking at. Very hard to take anything away from Market Cipher. Money flow in the red on the 4-day, 5-day, money, yeah, kind of hard. Money flow's just been in the red for, on the weekly, it's been in the red for over a year. Jesus. But yeah, again, it doesn't mean that, I don't know anything about this project. I don't want to make it sound like this is not a good thing to buy or anything. I don't know a lot about it. But these are definitely the levels. What I can do is give you the levels. These are what I would look for. You do want to lose this $1.10 level. If you lose the value area low, I'd look down to $1.10, and then you really want to hold that as support, if I'm being honest. So there you go. Key level of resistance, 226. Shout out to Crespo. Thank you for that super chat, bro. I appreciate you. He says, take a look at what happened the last time we rejected 63K level right before the 4th of July. Just saying. Shout out to Crespo. Almost forgot who said it. I read it 2 seconds ago. Last time, right before so right before the dump on the 4th of July, came back up, tested that 63-ish K level, and then we got the lower low. Yeah, and then it's, definitely key resistance, Crespo. I would 100% agree with you there. 100%. Could be, right? We don't know if it's going to be the golden pocket or the 786. We don't know if it's going to come in at all, right? We don't know if that lower high is guaranteed to come in, but if it comes in, it's either here, here, or here, right? There's technically other places it can come in, but these would be the major levels to look at. Absolutely. Shout out to Crespo Crypto. Definitely, especially because we have liquidity right above these wicks that we looked at on the heat map. So definitely a little bit sketchy. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue on here. Let's see. Shout out to Crypto Crabman said, Mafia bet, can we get Frankie to do TA on a 20K S coin? You could try. It'd be very, very hard. It's like that meme coin, the meme coins that were in the chat yesterday. And, I always want to say this, right? Like, I have nothing against meme coins, right? It sucks liquidity out of the market. But, like, I have nothing against meme coins, right? Like, people hit on meme coins. I've hit on meme coins before. You can make money, but you have to approach them as very dangerous, right? It is easier than ever to make a meme coin. And, most of them go to zero. I always use the example of that Monkeys token that came in. These people came in, let's show them our strength. We're the best community. We're the next Dogecoin. And I pulled up their website. They had spelling errors. And I said, guys, this is literally a top signal. And this coin is almost certainly going to go to zero. It might pump in the meantime, but it is certainly going to go to zero at some point. And they were like, how could you fade our coin? And that coin went to zero, guys. It's like, and it's not a hard prediction to make, right? These people, they're like a lot of meme coins. Most people with meme coins, there's a benefit for them, right? Like pump it and pull out, right? So just keep that in mind. That's why I have no interest in making my own meme coin. It's almost like, I don't know, it's kind of a red flag. If like a creator has their meme coin, it's like, it's not guaranteed that they're doing something bad, but it's like a pretty big red flag, right? Like put it this way. I can make CandleMafia coin, I can make Bing Bong token, CAF coin, whatever I wanted to, and probably make a ton of money, right? But it's gonna be more beneficial for the creator than it is gonna be for the community. Almost every single time, right? And again, I'm not saying that there's not good people out there making meme coins that for the better of the community, but think about every famous person or every big YouTuber that's ever made any kind of crypto project. It always ends up in like a scandal or like a lawsuit or something, right? Like look at Logan Paul, look at Kim Kardashian, look at you could just name them left and right? Like it always winds up being bad. Now they're not always meme coins, right? Like Logan Paul had Crypto Zoo, which was is an NFT project. It wasn't a meme coin, but it was kind of like meme coins are kind of like the NFT projects of last cycle, right? Like just make an NFT, get some garbage art, make the NFT, pump it and dump it, right? You're never going to catch that over here. It's not my goal, right? It's not my intent. The only thing I am here to do is give you guys sound information to actually help you guys make money and protect you from traps like that. But again, I invest in meme coins too, but I just understand the risk, right? Any money I put into a meme coin, I expect it to go to zero. If I make money, it's a bonus. So there you go. And if you guys ever see anything related with my name as a meme coin, I will say it right here on record. It is a scam and has nothing to do with me. You will never see me make a meme coin. If you ever see it, it's a scam. I will never do that. Right? And if I did, I won't. I won't even give you an option because it's not gonna happen. So there you go. I actually care about my community. So YouTube keeps us from mentioning some ish coins in the live chat at a certain point. Oh, interesting. Shout out to Wick. It's probably a good idea. Probably save a lot of people money. All right, let's see. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue it. Yeah, they're all dangerous. I rocked a 20 soul gain on a meme called Howley last weekend. It's 42K now. Yeah, shout out to Crypto Crabman. Like, there's tons of money to be made. As long as there's liquidity for you to sell, there's tons of money to be made. But you got to take that money before it rugs, because most of them do rug. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Shout out to Peoples. Says, I believe we are on the cusp of a transformation for which we will only understand when we make it to the other side. Shout out to Peoples. This is actually really interesting, right? Because I do think there's only certain things that we're going to be able to understand when we look back at them, right? And it's like, you know, last cycle was like the NFT boom, right? We did have some meme coins, right? But it was like really the NFTs that were popping off. It's like, what is that going to be this cycle? A lot of people thought it was going to be AI coins. Maybe it still is going to be, right? Some people think it's going to be meme coins. Maybe we don't know, right? Maybe that crazy gainer, right? That crazy gainer that, like, you know, maybe the Solana of the cycle, or, you know, whatever's like the Sheeb, whatever it is, right? Whatever that next big gainer is of this bull run, probably don't even know what it is yet, right? Which is really interesting. So it's always fun to look back and be like, oh, yeah, it's like we were looking at these coins in the bear market. Little do we know this coin was going to come out and surpass everything, right? Well, let's see. Shout out to Mike. Mike Bennett says, you actually make the world better, Frankie. S-coin scammers do not. Yeah, exactly. I am here to contribute to society. I want to help people learn, right? Because it's who I am as a person. It's too exhausting. It would be too exhausting to just be someone that I'm not, right? Like, just to pretend you're someone you're not just for a camera is kind of crazy. Like, that would be the most exhausting thing ever. I'd rather just be myself. And who I am in real life is who I am on camera. I like to help people. I like to help people in regular life. Like, I get off on that. I like that. I like to be able to help people. So yeah, that's why I love my job so much. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue on. Shout out to PHX, and I agree. You make the world a better place. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you so much. But hey, speaking of doing nice things for people, guys, let's go ahead and get to some crypto giveaways. I will try to take a look at ABT and Crow, but we are running out of time, so I want to start up the giveaways here. Maybe I'll do them in the Frankie fake out. I'll drop some, maybe another altcoin. We'll see. We'll see how long the giveaways take. But yeah, go to the top of the chat here, or no, Tony D, if you could just drop that link one more time so I can pin it. Go ahead and click that link. Yeah, I don't have it. But yeah, click that link as soon as it comes in. It's probably coming very soon. There it is. Thank you for that, Tony. Bada boom. Replace pinned. So there you go. Click that link. Go ahead and leave a like and a comment on that video. I'll give you guys like 30 seconds. Maybe I'll take a look at ABT while you guys go like that video and get in on the giveaways. And then, Tyler Durden said giveaways. What the heck are giveaways? We're still doing that? Shout out to Tyler Durden. We're going to give it away until we give it all away. Let's go. Let's see. So you're telling me Mrs. Candle's hands Inu token is a scam? Crespo, very likely. If that ever is a thing, is very likely a scam. It kind of stinks, right? It's kind of annoying that there's like so many bad actors out there, because it's like if I ever did make a meme coin, which I won't, like, I wouldn't scam anybody. It would just be fun. I would just ride it to zero so my community could make money. But like, other people are just like, they just try to get rich quick. They try to like fleece their audience for money. I'd rather give you guys free value and have you keep coming back to learn. Yeah, shout out to Tony D, said 100 in XRP for hitting the like goal. Okay, so we got 10 regular crypto giveaways and a $100. And then Golden said he was going to match the 100. It was actually 150. Shout out to Tony D. It was actually $150. So Golden said that he would match the 150, and if he doesn't want to, I'll just double it. So there you go. So we'll give away $300 in XRP. Let's do it. All right, let's see. 1 XRP for everyone. That means $10 in the future. Yo, shout out to Incognito. So yeah. All right, yeah, go click that like button, guys, and I will go ahead and take a look at ABT here real quick. Or ARC block, as some people like to call it. Yeah, so you're probably stuck to this. Yeah, it's very funny. Like, they all came down to this previous value area low. Yeah, sure, Tony. Actually, put a poll. Put a poll while I do ABT. See what they want. See what the Mafia wants. $150 for 2 separate people or $300 for 1 person. Yeah. Let's see. But let's take a look here real quick. Pull up the VPVR. Bada boom. Let's pull up the weekly. I guess I'll pull it from here. Okay, yeah. So macro 786 retracement has come in. Yeah, this is kind of a wonked out chart if I'm being honest. Like no clean ranges. Yeah, like even if I pull this, I guess there's some kind of respect there. It's really not pretty, to be honest. But yeah, this is probably what I would look at on arc block. Yeah, you're at the macro value area low, testing the POC. So yeah, your key level of resistance is what you're testing here. $1.70. You get above $1.70, I'd look up towards $2.05. If you break out of there, I'd be looking up towards this value area high, sitting at $2.85, right? And like these are just like 2 separate volume profiles. But yeah, I'm going to label this macro value area high. So yeah, I would look to respect this, right? Bing bong around here, maybe come up, maybe come down, respect this. But once you break out, you have a little bit of a low volume gap here. Get above these highs, get above this high volume node at about $2.35. Get the quick move up to the macro value area high at $2.85. That's what I'd look at. Quick analysis on ABT. As far as market cipher B, 2-day, 3-day, 4-day. Yeah, 5-day money flow kind of looking interesting. Yeah, 3-day money flow looking to cross over into the red. I would look maybe for a move up before another move down. Money flow's pointing towards the trend continuing, but you haven't really made any significant lower highs here. So maybe something like that might not be out of the question. So there you go. There's my thoughts there. Money flow on the higher time frames definitely continuing down, but locally, 4-hour money flow, VWAP coming up a bit here. Money flow kind of coming out. Hard to make a decision on this. I'm not going to lie. This is a wonked out chart. Like even this is like coming back out. Ugh, yeah, I wouldn't be trading this if I for long-term buys or something, sure. But yeah, I mean, you came down to a significant level here. I mean, if you lose this level, likely you're going to get a very quick move through this low volume gap. At least down to 57 cents, maybe even start settling on 21 cents, but like you're really far away from that. So you've come tapped on a pretty key level here, but I would not be interested in any short-term trades on this. It's too wonked out. Like, yeah, even market cipher B on the 1 hour is just totally chopped up. Not really what I like to see for good setups. Like very unclear direction here. All right, let's go ahead and check out these giveaways. Let's pull up the giveaway picker. Pickawinner.com. Bada boom. Okay, and then let me just go ahead and pull the actual. Let's see. Okay. $100 for 3 people. Wins by a landslide. All right, we'll do that. We will do that. Okay, bada boom. If I win, I'm keeping it for myself. Shut up the Wick 589. As you should, brother. As you should. 100 for 3. Share the wealth. Okay, yeah, shout out to you guys. We'll do that. That seems like the very, very, very overwhelming winner. So let me go ahead and grab that link. Bada boom. Copy. Paste. Bada boom. Okay, and I will go ahead and grab this, and we will check out. Let's pull it over, paste the link. Here we go, and not include replies. I can't believe we let anything go, but we're just going to let it fly here. Oh, my God, 440 comments. Good Lord. All right, oh, God, I didn't mean to start. Winner number 1 for 10 Cardano. 10 Cardano for the one of the 10 Cardano giveaways. Yeah, shout out to Maurice. Let's go. Says, bing bong. Maurice, go ahead and check out that free Discord. Go to the giveaway section. Claim your free Cardano. I don't know exactly how much it's going to be, but it's going to be free. So go ahead and check that out and claim your prize. Let me pull up the chat here real quick. Bada boom, bada bing. Here we go. If I win, I would give it away, but with everything that happened last night, want to put it towards shout out to Do, bro. Yeah, I heard, I don't know if you, I mean, you talk about in the Discord. I don't know if you want to talk about in the live stream or anything, but that is crazy. If you want to talk about it in chat, I can bring it up, but that is insane, brother. What happened to you is absolutely crazy. I hope you're doing okay, and hopefully everything works out well. Yeah, so Do got bit by a cat that they are 90% sure had rabies. I don't know if was it your cat or was it a stray cat? That is something that you do not hear about very often. It's kind of like getting struck by lightning in my head. I'm like, oh, I'll never get bit by something with rabies. But that is crazy, man. I wish you the best, and I hope everything works out. I hope you're feeling okay, and I'm sure you'll get through it just fine. But my thoughts are with you, bro. That's crazy. I don't even know what rabies does to people, but I'm sure it's not fun. He said, "Oh, it was a cat. We were trying to help it out. Of course. Shout out to Do. Yeah, try to do a nice thing. Of course. Shout out to Do, man. Well, bro, we're thinking of you, bro, and we're sure you have a speedy recovery. That's absolutely insane. That's crazy. I actually knew someone who got bit by a dog, got infected really bad. Different situation, but it could, getting bit by something is no joke. So I'm glad you went to the emergency room and got help. Absolutely insane. Hopefully you win a giveaway. Make you feel a little bit better at least. So shout out to Maurice. Hit that free Discord. Winner number 2. Let's get it. Hey, the Salty Biscuit travel. Salty Biscuit out there traveling. Hey, Salty Biscuit, you won the Bitcoin, didn't you? Shout out to you, won that the Bitcoin giveaway, and now he's out there traveling. Let's go. And now he's here for some more free money from the CandleMafia. Says LFG, ready for the countdown. Let's go. Shout out to the Salty Biscuit travel. Congratulations, bro. You are winner number 2 for that Cardano giveaway. Shout out to you. You know what to do. Go get that free crypto, bro. Let's go. Yes, man. Shout out to the Salty Biscuit. Let's go, bro. Congrats. You're like Lucho. You're like rigging the giveaways nowadays. Shout out to you, bro. Congrats. You deserve it. You're in here like every single day. You deserve it. You deserve it for sure. Next winner. Arfishkalachi. Shout out to you. Said, let's go. Bing bong. Shout out to you, bro. Hit that free Discord. We're going to give you some free Cardano. Your winner number 4, which is 2 numbers away from my favorite number, which is 2. I don't know why. I feel like I want to have a new my other account. Shout out to Crypto Maxi. I feel like I want to change my favorite number. I feel like 2 is kind of like a boring favorite number. But anyway, shout out to Arfishalachi. Shout out to you, bro. Hit that free Discord. Get your free Cardano. Thank you for smashing that like button, watching the content. We appreciate you. Winner number 5 is going to be Sweetie. Fingers crossed. Bing bong. Shout out to you, bro. Oh, wait. Was this not? That makes so. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. Shout out to Sweetie. You're winner number 6. Yo, wait. Am I way off? Shout out to Tyler Durden. Am I way off, bro? Why is there no list? I wish there was a. There was a list of the winners. It's like, why can't it keep track for us? But yeah, shout out to Sweetie. Says fingers crossed, bing bong. Sweetie, you're number 4. I don't know how I'm on number 6. But yeah, you're number 4. I was rushing things apparently. So shout out to you. Hit that free Discord to get some free Cardano. Hopefully you can count better than I can. Winner number 5 is going to be Crypto Newbie. Says bing bong with some heart emojis. Thank you for watching the content, Crypto Newbie. And hopefully, as the longer you watch this channel, the less and less of a newbie you are. So shout out to you. Let's see. Yeah, way off. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I got that. I don't know how I got off that so fast. Sheesh, Crypto Maxi says, sheesh, chooch. Unbelievable. Okay. Okay, so Sweetie was 4. You're 5. Winner number 6 is going to be the after show, but later. Shout out to you guys. Says, hoping to be lucky now. Bing bong. Shout out to you. Well, turns out you were very lucky, as you are the 6th winner, as I'm so good at counting. You are the 6th winner of the free Cardano. So go ahead and hit that free Discord. Claim your free prize. Number 7, Cosmic Knox. Shout out to you. Says, let's light those candles, Frankie. Shout out to you. I actually used to have a physical candle here, but once we got into the new studio, I never replaced the candle. But we can light a very bright flashlight. Let's go. Shout out, shout out to Cosmonauts. Thank you for watching the content, and thank you for lighting this artificial candle. And hit that free Discord and claim your free Cardano. You are winner number 7. I was going to say, definitely 7. So there you go. Thank you for watching the content and smashing that like button. Winner number 8 is going to be Trust Crypto, said Frankie 2024. Hey, I'll be Frankie Candles 2024. I do not want to run for president, though. That is not my thing. That is not my thing. Whew, somebody else deal with that. Shout out to Trust Crypto. I appreciate you, bro. Hit that free Discord. We're going to send you some free Cardano. I don't know how much it is. Tyler knows, but I don't. He's the one in charge. So shout out to Tyler. Don't fire me from doing giveaways, please, for the love of God, Tyler. But anyway, winner number 9 is going to be Saeed. Shout out to Saeed. Said, let's see. Drop those LSLSs in chat if you have a membership. Shout out to Saeed. Thank you for watching the content and smashing that like button. You are winner number 9. And now, hit that free Discord. Go get your free prize. Now we got winner number 10. Finally caught up to where I was. Who's it going to be? Is Lucho going to come through and rig the giveaways once again? Let's check it out. This thing is broken. Shout out to Bad Axe. Bad Axe, I'm rooting for you, bro. Oh, Chief Bumba. Shout out to you. Said, thanks for all the info, Frankie. Shout out to Chief. I appreciate you for liking the comment, liking the video, and leaving a nice comment. Thank you so much, bro. Hit that free Discord. We're going to send you some free Cardano. Yeah, Lucho's in here. He's like, I'm going to rig this. He's not doing the small bet. He's going to rig the $100 in XRP. So these next 3 winners, guys, are $100 in XRP. Who's it going to be? Drum roll, please. Tony D dropped the LSLS in chat. Here we go. Winner number 1, $100 in XRP, Jerry Gringo. Shout out to you. Said, finally, I can watch it. Shout out to Jerry. I wonder what the problem was at first. Shout out to Jerry. Thank you so much for leaving a comment on the video. We're going to send you $100 in XRP for watching that Femex mock trading tutorial. Hopefully, we could flip that $100 into much, much more if you can go ahead and learn something and start trading crypto and just start flipping that $100 in XRP, and then maybe you can get rich from crypto, from trading. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. We got that guy in the chat. What is going on? Melissa in the chat as well. What is going on, Melissa? Good to see you. But yeah, shout out to Jerry. Hopefully you see this, and if you do, we're giving you $100 in XRP. Winner number 2. Who's it going to be? Bad Axe. I'm rooting for you, bro. I'm rooting for you, bro. Come on, Bad Axe. Let's go. Oh, Sobe, or Sobe, as I like to call him, says, bada boom, bada bing. That's not what it says. It says, bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. Shout out to you, bro. Well, bada bing, bada boom. We're sending you $100 in XRP. So get into that Discord. You have 7 days. You have until this time next week to claim your prize. Otherwise, it is going to go to somebody else, or we'll just roll it into another giveaway or something like that. But you got 7 days to claim it. So hopefully you see this, because this one's $100 in XRP. Not a bad prize to win. Let's see. Shout out to people said you should have 2 backups in case they don't win, in case they don't claim it. Shout out to Peoples. That's actually a good point. But we could also just roll into next week giveaways. I guess it's kind of like the same thing. That's actually a good idea. Shout out to you, bro. But here we go. Winner number 3 for $100 in XRP. Who's it gonna be? I feel like Oprah right now. Here we go. Who's going to be? Patrick Leishman. Hey, shout out to Patrick. Says, this is what everyone needs. Thanks, Frankie. Well, shout out to Patrick. You may need a tutorial showing you how to practice your leverage trading risk-free. But you know what you could use even more than that, maybe? Free $100 in XRP, which could be worth $1,000 if XRP goes to $10. So shout out to Patrick Leishman. You won the 3rd bag of XRP. So shout out to you guys. And with all that being said, guys, I think that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. You guys have all my thoughts on everything Bitcoin right now. Watch these key levels of resistance. If we flip that golden pocket, looking up towards 66K. And if we don't get the retracement there, maybe the bullish case plays out. But if not, until proven otherwise, we have to be really careful around these resistance levels, because if we get the rejection, it could wind up turning really, really bearish. So with all that being said, thank you all so much for being here. I really do appreciate every single one of you guys. I don't just say that because I'm on camera. I genuinely enjoy what I do every single day, and we got the best community on earth in this live chat every single day, watching the videos, liking, and that's why I like to give back to you guys so much every week with these giveaways. So thank you so much for being here. Hopefully you guys learned something. Smash the like button on your way out, and I will see you guys next week on Monday, same place, same time, right here 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the Frank Candles YouTube channel. I'll see you guys later. Go touch some grass, have some fun, hang out with your Mrs. Candles or whatever the version of that is. Go hang out with them, and I'll see you guys next week. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Coach, what's next for me, Joe? I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Space shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, dog, they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up from my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got the time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Shout out to Patrick Leishman in the chat, bro. Congrats on the XRP, man. He said he's stoked. We're pumped to give it to you, bro. Hit that free Discord so we could get your information to send that XRP over. And guys, tonight, 10:28-ish p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Piano Matty B is going to be doing dueling pianos. Go check him out, guys. It's a lot of fun. Sometimes I pop in there. I'm not sure what I'm doing tonight, but if I have time or I'm not doing anything, I will pop up in there and say what's up to you guys. Go check him out. If he was live right now, I'd rate him. But yeah, shout out to Piano Matty B, and shout out to everybody who won the giveaways. I'll see each and every single one of you guys on Monday. Hasta pasta. Go touch some grass. I'll see you guys next time. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, man, we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on a roll, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on a roll, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the